Hey everyone, welcome to another video. We are going to be reviewing the America Summer Camp list. So this is a singles event on UB, 6 games over the next 6 weeks, and it's North America. I think there are South America. I don't know if there's anyone from South America, but they're allowed. Anyway, I have Travis with me. Say hi.
Oh, hello.
We're going to just quickly go through the list, pick ones maybe we like and don't like. We are not experts on every army, so there are some people that will not get the greatest reviews because we just know nothing about the book. So let's start it off.
Can I make a request?
Yeah, sure.
Can we not start with Doug Lamb because this is America's summer camp, not Canada's summer camp? We'll do Kenyon first.
It's America's summer camp, and he's part of North America, so that's why.
No, it's America apostrophe S, not America's apostrophe.
Wrote it. But Doug Lamb.
All right, fine. We'll do Doug.
I mean, it looks really cool until you realize he has no BSB in his list, and I question why, unless it's missing somewhere. Nope, it's not there.
There's no BSB.
Was this the list? I did, when I first saw this list, I did the math in my head, and it did add up to 4,500. So for all his complaining about Primal Fury checks failed and Panic checks failed, he just went all in the other way, and just said, if I'm gonna fail him, I might as well not even have a chance. So.
Yeah, I do like the triple 3 times triple chariot core and 2 minnow blocks, but then you're like, this list is going to be really blocky, and it's got,
I just wish he had a BSB.
It does have mobility.
I just wish he had a BSB, right?
Yeah, I didn't realize that you said it, but yeah, that seems like an issue. But just like this list only really moves forward, right? Like it doesn't have much lateral motion. I think too, like you're probably going to want that centaur. Well, I guess you can go.
You can start
fast light troops on the centaurs, but then you're not scoring, right? And then your scoring is really weak.
And then you don't get devastating charge. Then you're not immune to psych either. So then you can panic on your stupid leadership 9.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's cool. I'll give him. I mean, it's definitely like a new, interesting thing.
Is it new and interesting? It's just like he decided to take, instead of taking a BSB, he took another unit.
I've never seen only chariots.
Okay, I do like the chariot.
And I also like the 3-man units. I mean,
yeah, I do like those units. I don't know how 3 will do. We'll see. I mean, I'm curious to see if the BSB fucks him. So,
yeah, well,
everything else.
UB dice,
pretty,
so.
I mean, other than the 3 chariots, it's pretty standard stuff. Which in a good, not in a bad way. In it's a solid. I mean, 16 minnows is 16 minnows. So,
yeah.
All right, Kenyon. Let's see, another druidism thing. Beast Lord on foot? Chariot. Foot. It's on foot. Oh, yeah, this is Kenyon. Kenyon just takes 2 giant units of long horns, puts his characters in them, and then, ambushes some stuff.
Yeah, this is an America list if I've ever seen one.
Kenyon's tourney keeper is 0s and 19s. It's he either
Makes sense.
His ass beat or he ambushes people and kills them.
Yeah.
I don't... It's blocky as well. I mean, it's super blocky.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what is in here that isn't blocks? Like 1 centaur unit, basically? And the chaff?
Yeah.
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 I mean, 31 longhorns is a lot of points. I mean, it's a good unit, but
yeah.
It's also the kind of thing, it's only ever going to fight stuff that can kill it, right? People are either going to just feed stuff to it. Yeah.
I mean, that's the problem.
Or they're going to all...
Infantry, right? People just avoid it. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
and
it's America. You never know. I mean, I've already pre-looked from some of these lists, and people are just going balls deep.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be a theme as we go through here. It's a lot of I'm counting on people to actually fight me list.
We'll see.
Very different than the Ocho list where people had to force the issue more or play more avoidance.
Demons. We got 3 demon armies. The first 2 look pretty similar. Obviously, there's a significant difference in Phil's versus yours. So we'll start with Phil. Phil has dropped the 16 hoarders completely. I know you don't like his magic. You wish he had another adept or master with it, right?
Yeah, I was thinking about this. We were talking about this earlier, and I keep thinking about I don't get the solo Sentinel. I like the Sentinel. I obviously have one in my list. I think he's great, but if you're going to go a solo greater demon, I don't see why you pick the Sentinel. He's going to give you the 2-for-1 Veil token exchange. So you can have a lot of dice, but you have 5 spells. that's really not that many. Considering, like, look at Thom. You're gonna probably have.
He's got to take what, like Hand of Heaven,
You're gonna
Breath,
you take
Wrath of
hand,
God. I
breath,
think you just take
smite.
all the. I don't know. Do you take? I guess he's gonna take Smite, Breath, Hand, and Comet. And you don't take. I mean, I wish it was 5 spells. If he could,
You're gonna take. You're
one
gonna.
more Thom spell that wasn't the fucking Hereditary, it'd be nice.
Yeah, that's exactly. You're gonna have one. You're gonna take either Comet or Trial of Faith, depending on the matchup, and then. But like when you're not in combat, you're looking at dropping. You're looking at Comet. I think the idea here is that he's going to use Smite to like lower something's toughness for the Eidolons, which is okay.
That's
yeah.
Why, like, I think you've said.
And then you have Hand and.
Even like an Adept, right? If like 7 Eidolons was like an Adept, I don't know how much it costs, but or even the one Brazen Beast.
It's 120.
Was an Adept.
It's 120
for an Adept.
Well, no. I thought you were saying the Eidolons have Conclave. Like that's what I thought you were saying.
I don't know what the
like that, I think would be decent in this list.
I just think you're right. I think you needed 2 more spells.
Yeah, and then once you get in combat, you only have 2 combat spells
to help the combat. And Comet, obviously, you can drop it, and you can hit other things. But I agree. It's like right if you need a really important combat buff, like 4 flies or something, you're not going to get it.
Yeah. Well, and also like. You don't want to be rolling 4 dice on Thom regularly. Like you can do it; it's not like ridiculous. But like if you have an 8 dice phase and everything's in combat, are you going to roll 2 4 dice Thom spells? Like
and that's the problem. I think he could really use the Evo spell because they're just so good. Whispers and Reroll to Wound are so good for Bloatflies that.
Yeah.
So I mean, if we just kind of compare it to your list, like I said, very similar core. He takes Myrmidon instead of Succubi. Not a huge thing in my opinion.
That's just whatever you want. Yeah.
He doesn't have Evo to help him with like lethal strikes and stuff, but I mean you're both spamming the flies, which I think is really strong. Both have a Brazen Beast unit.
Yeah, I mean 12 flies is good.
The same type of core of Lemurs and 1 fighting unit, and you obviously have way better magic with 4 more spells and an Omen that fights. So I do think his needs in the depth. Because I mean we talked about with your list before putting in. Thomas likes an Adept. He we talked about the Maul. Just some other spells. I think but
yeah. I mean, having played my list a few times, like I have 9 spells, and I feel like I run out sometimes because you can just 2 dice everything, and I mean that's really where you get the best value out of that magic phase is when you're 2 dicing it with +2 to cast. It gets insane. Obviously, 3 dice is still fine, but you're getting a little less value as you go because you're not getting the extra +1.
Yeah. But we'll see some.
We'll see. It's got more bodies than my list has. I mean, it's got an extra Brazen Beast unit and those Eidolons. I don't know that I love them. I used them for a while before, and they never did anything amazing. But
yeah, we'll see. He didn't even have that many champions to cast the fucking breath on. He only has the only models he can cast the breath on are the 4 Bloatfly champions. So that's and it always a Myrmidon champion, but whatever. That's not.
Yeah, I also would have. I mean, I also like the standard and then unnatural roots on the Lemma units and a little bit bigger Lemma unit for the Sentinel to go in, so you can have a full ranked up unit.
So
but
Aaron Chom is taking a Sentinel as well. He's taking an Omen.
Yeah, Sentinel's all the hotness.
I mean, there's no Scourges of the 3 demons, so that's something. But he's going the more traditional, or what was traditional, Threshing Engines, Titan Slayers, Glories, Hope Harvester. He doesn't really.
Yeah.
He really does not have like the biggest sticking power in combat, does he? Like if he doesn't, like other than the Glories, if he doesn't charge, he kind of just sits there and dies, right? Is that how it works?
I mean, Lemmers are pretty tough to kill in combat.
I guess they don't like killing you back, though. That's what I'm saying. Like.
No, they don't do anything. Like they might as well not attack, to be honest.
A lot of zoning, but I don't know if it has the beef to like. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't. There's 2 little things I don't like in this list. I don't like Div on the Omen. I ran that for a while, and just looking back, I'm like, it's just not what.
His is only a depth.
Just not what demons need. Yeah, I mean, I think that'd be way better. Well, you'd have to make the Omen. I mean, I guess his thing is he wants Comet. So if he with the Omen as an adept, you have to make the Omen on Thom and the Sentinel on Evo. So I guess I get
the plus. The initiative shit doesn't do that much for him. It's not like the thing is like he's not that fighty, right? He's not like this super.
Yeah, my biggest thing is I just think the combo of Smite and Whispers with a bunch of Chariots is just
What do you get from Div?
it's just
You
stupid.
don't get anything.
Like it's just so good, especially with all these Chariots. Like
I'll be curious,
yeah,
like, because it's basically, you know, the whole Scourge list, Scourge plus a caster, but without the Scourge, right? He has the Omen, and he'd have to drop.
yeah, and he has a
Drop
Hope
unit to
Harvester
get
too.
it, but it's like I don't know. The Scourge just changes it completely, and we'll see.
Yeah, this list. I mean, if you take that Omen and the Hope Harvester and make it a Scourge, it's the list you saw everywhere in the Gojo and stuff. So,
But it didn't. I don't know.
but
It did really well.
the other thing, the other thing I don't like is
Oh,
he takes upgrade on a Hatred, which in my opinion is the most important one.
yeah, because Hatred is more hits than Hammerhand is, on average, in the beginning.
Yeah. Well, it also just makes you like whiff proof, right? Like you don't have to worry about randomly.
Like, I guess in Brimstones that could be Hatred, because I mean, what you're going to be in a unit, so you can hide from most Div magic. So anyway, we'll keep going on.
Yeah.
Yes, no Scourges is interesting. Lots of Lemur Core, only 2 Blazing Glories. It's actually it'll be seen a theme down in some of the other builds. How like I'm sure a lot of you guys didn't coordinate lists, but how some of the themes like stayed with each other within the armies. Like a lot of the VC lists kind of like all went away from double streakings, except for one. All right, let's go Dread Elves.
I don't know fuck all about Dread Elves, so I'm not gonna. Your channel's not PG, right?
No.
If it is, too late.
Div Adept. No.
Yeah.
Oh, this feels weird not to have a altar with. I guess he only has 2 Rapid Chariots. I don't know. I can't tell. You're right. He has a bunch of shooting, but without.
I don't know. I wish I could offer it, but
I don't know.
seems fine.
It's yeah. I don't have any good opinion on it. It seems fine. You're right. Stottle's list I don't like very much.
I mean, I'll give him that this is probably the most unique list in here.
Don't say that yet. There's some coming up, man.
Okay, well, it's the unique one that I actually like.
The only thing I don't like is I think Tower Guard do a lot of damage, but one, he doesn't have the altar, which can buff all of them with +1 to wound and Swift Stride, and 2, it's like they can't flee. And
I was gonna say they're fearless, right?
So.
Yeah, okay, I like it a lot less now. I meant to look that up before. I couldn't remember if they were or not.
Fearless,
I feel like they went back and forth in the last.
It's like a positioning nightmare. It feels like with this.
Yeah, I mean, at the same time, it's like, yeah, no, that is an issue because you could just ping pong through one of them into the next one, and then reform the next turn into whatever you want. Like,
maybe his magic's pretty good. He has a mana core. He has 3 units of crossbows. Oh, I don't know. 3 Dread Reapers.
He's got a decent bit of shooting. Yeah. Like it's a lot more shooting than you think.
I guess I was gonna say he lacks scoring, and then I realized he had 8 units, but he lacks really strong scoring. I'll say that. So, hey, we'll see. I don't love the Tower Guard spam, but
if they could flee, I'd like it a lot.
It's kind of like, I guess to me is right.
Are you sure? Are you sure that they're fearless? Okay.
Like to me, it's like right. You take for 40, 60 points, 3 of them could become chariots, which are faster, hit pretty hard. You know what I mean? Like it's that whole thing of like
the chariots take up less space.
It's that thing of when you start to make small changes, right? And you're like, oh, these 3 could be chariots for not very much points, and it seems significantly better on paper. But that happens a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, actually, now I think about it too, this list is wide as shit. Because each one of that's what, 8 Tower Guards? Or is it 10? I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 8 or 9? Whatever. It's a lot. Okay. 9. Each one of them, if you run 5 wide, takes up 6 inches of board space. That's 4 feet worth of the 6-foot board just in Tower Guard.
Yeah, that's if you don't stack them behind each other, but then that.
Yeah, I'm just
because they're no musician fearless units, so it's like. I don't know. We'll see. I don't love this list personally, but it's unique.
Yeah, I'll give him credit for trying, but yeah, we'll see.
All right, next one. Mike Maddox.
Mike, this looks like a closer to standard Dread Elf list from what I can see, right?
I'm gonna look at something real quick.
All right, I'll fill the time.
Okay, well,
let's see.
I was talking to
I feel like there's
Jeremy G this morning about like his list and my list, and he had mentioned that Maddox had a weird Warriors list, and so when I saw Maddox in the Dark Elves, I was like, "What?" He must have changed last minute though. So
yeah. So I think the one thing that I don't like, I guess he's probably gonna run the altar on its own. I mean, like both those units are so big that putting the altar in it just is massive overkill, right?
I mean, you can go in Tower Guard,
Right?
right? They're stubborn with it, right?
No, he can. He can. I'm just saying. No, they're not.
Oh, it's not a
They're
character.
bodyguard.
That's right. It's character
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
else.
They would be. Yeah. On that. I mean, and he could. That's just a huge unit. Then. I mean,
It's a
that's
cool
a
unit by itself.
1,000-point
I
unit.
don't know how I feel about this list either.
I mean, it's fine to run by itself. That thing is
You
good.
like this list?
I will say. Well, I did just notice that it has a witchcraft master.
Yeah, so did
which
the other one. The first one did too. Jake Murphy's had a witchcraft master.
Oh, did he? Not his.
He had a div added.
So that's interesting, and he's got the acolyte champ that has other good spells too. So that could be a solid magic
it's
phase.
Definitely a good magic phase. I don't know. It's what 1, 2, 3 units basically. The hunting cherries
Witchcraft
feel weird.
master.
I feel like they should be.
Witchcraft master, I feel like is the lore that like I always want to try, but like when I come to build a list, I just never. I'm like, something else is better. I need to like force myself to play it one time.
2 good spells to go with it. So.
Right. Exactly.
Hunting chariots. I feel like they feel weird to me. Like this is a really combat heavy list. You have 0 like range threat.
Shooting. Yeah.
Because your magic is not range threat other than the acolytes. So why not take normal chariots? What shoots? What's a range threat in this list?
No. I was gonna say the Grave Calls.
But like besides that, right?
Yes.
It's just chariots,
But that is like a real.
Yeah, but I guess there are monsters in
threat.
this tournament, so we'll see.
Yeah. I think I would have taken the other chariots, but I mean that's.
Not Dark Elves either.
Yeah, me either.
Right, let's go to dwarves. We'll be quick.
As a dwarf expert,
yeah,
I'm ready.
I see Jeff has submitted his list from 2012 again. Is it the same? It's the same. Come on, Jeff.
Yeah.
What do we expect? Half the people will run into it, and then the smart people will avoid it and win by like 12, and then it'll be mid, probably. The usual. Yeah,
I mean, running into this list is I mean, you should only run into it if you know you can come out the other side, which some things will.
That's different.
No, he's had that for a while. I mean, that was his big change after Todd's tournament, but.
Yeah, we'll see. It's dwarves. Then we have John ran this. It's funny because John Oakes.
So this list, I think,
he ran this in social distancing and got like shit on, and then he ran.
Yeah, well, I played him in social distancing.
So
I played him in social distancing, and he said the one thing he really didn't like was he took 3 Dragon Seekers, and I think I can't see what else he changed. I don't think all his Seeker units had Vanguard and stuff either. I think he has an extra War Machine, maybe. He did have a skirmishing unit.
Yeah, this one's.
But like an extra, like the 3rd Dragon Seeker is just pretty overkill. I like this list though. I mean, that's scary. Like, what is that? 63 Seekers plus 2 characters vanguarding on you. Like, I mean, it is kind of skewy. Like the stuff that can kill it's gonna smoke those guys, but the stuff that can't's gonna just have a hard time. I mean, you got to be able to dance around this list, and considering we've gone through 8 lists, and like a lot of them are blocky themselves, like those blocky lists are going to have issues with this. Like, yeah,
should do pretty well.
What are all those longhorns doing in this many Seekers? Like, even the ones they kill, like they kill half a guy back every time almost. So.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what the last dwarf list is. Oh, Mark's playing dwarves. Too many dwarves.
This looks a lot like Jeff's list. Just blocks, and the one thing I really don't like about this list is it only has 3 spells.
Doesn't it have? Doesn't it have something that like gives them an extra spell?
There's a banner that like gives a unit a spell, but I don't think he has it. I don't see it. It's hard to.
I think that's something, right? I think I saw him playing it, and he looked like he had 4.
Okay. I guess my thing is I just think the anvil is so good. Yeah. Like, I don't like the anvil by itself because it's not enough spells. But if you're going to pay for the runesmith, just pay for the anvil. It's 195 points. It's 3 spells, and it's got 36-inch range. The other one's only 12.
This is a shutdown magic phase. Look at this. Rune of Denial and Rune of Devouring.
Oh, shit. Shut down.
It's
I don't even...
stones. Look at that. This looks fun to play.
Yeah.
Fun? Interactive?
Yeah. I mean, this is where you kill 2 units and win the objective and say, good game, bro.
Dwarves. So stupid.
But, I mean, against another army that's super blocky, like, this could do well. Although it also could just die to it. These guys aren't. I mean, Kingsguard are pretty good. I also feel like I gotta look at all these wounds again, but that is not the king setup that I'm used to seeing.
I don't know what it does exactly.
Like, is Destruction 2 times Might? That's what is. Destruction is the D3 weapons. Might is +2 strength. Well, it's +2 because there's 2 of them, but yeah. I mean, that's 120 points for basically D3 wounds versus just a great weapon that's like way cheaper.
I don't know. Yeah, well.
I mean, you'd have to buy the +1 armor thing with the great weapon to make up for the shield.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
But
I mean, tell me how many fights he actually fights when the tournament's over.
Yeah, well, he'll probably fight some Harpies and Furies where he'll definitely need that D3 wounds.
Phil Carl's list. Interesting, we have 4 Empire and not a single cannon. We have steam tanks, of course, but not like a cannon, which is funny.
They don't all have a tank. 3 of them have tanks, so.
I don't know enough. I'm just gonna go.
At least they have
it's
a
a
tank.
night bus. It's the Phil Carl style, right? 2 big blocks, 2 more blocks of Sun Griffin, and 2 redirectors in the tank. I've seen him play it, run at it, right? I'm curious to see it more, but I don't have much commentary for it. I mean, what, a Div Master, 2 night buses, some heroes. Any comments from you in particular?
Man, why is that one unit is way more expensive than the other one?
Nightly orders with
I guess that's the...
And banner speed.
Okay.
So, and there's more.
Yeah, that's a big difference in points. But...
It's a much better unit.
Yeah.
Next one, Jolo. Oh, he's not taking that shooty shit again. Motherfucking Wizard Crown Dragon. That guy does have, it's like 4 attacks that auto wound, I believe. Because the Imperial Prince gives you like the Light of Stanslaw thing.
Yeah. Oh, it does? Okay. I was going to say, because that's not the name of the item that I was thinking. He's got a Cosmology Master.
I don't know how I feel about the Cosmo Mage, but that's your... He has 2 bounce spells, I guess. He has double plus strength. I don't know how this will do. I mean, that Cav bus...
It's another pretty blocky army.
Bus isn't even that strong. There's no one in it.
I mean, does it count as a bus if there's no one in it? Or is it just a unit?
You just have 6 scoring, though.
Yeah, I mean, I like the small knight units seem useful. They're cheap. They're real cheap. I don't know if I like those engines though. They seem like they're just gonna die, but they do give him a little bit of mobility.
I like that. I don't know enough about
single models.
Empire, but it's aggressive. It's Jolo's style, right?
Yeah.
Next one being, is he doing the Great Griffin spam again? Yeah.
I think this was my favorite Empire list. I think the Great Griffin spam is good. Those guys are annoying, and that's got a lot. I mean, they have nice flying single models. Like that's very strong right now.
Pyro
and always.
Cosmo and a Div Adept. Interesting. But they're all on Griffins.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, was he a Pyro? Yeah, so he's what, 5 spells?
And then Prelate. He has enough magic, I think, but...
Yeah, it's diverse.
I don't know, it's a Bing list.
Cosmo Apprentice.
I mean,
guess, but yeah, he's enough shooting that spell's fine, yeah.
Learn spells.
Oh, yeah, that's true, too. I guess it really doesn't matter what an apprentice is.
Yeah.
I guess, too, I guess it really doesn't make any difference what lore Empire Apprentice is, huh?
Nope. I'm moving on from that one.
There's actually a lot of guns in that list, too. Yeah. Looks like this one just got added. Wizard Adept on an Arcane Engine. Interesting.
I always.
Okay, here you go.
Where?
Here you go.
Where's the guy?
No, a Wizard Adept on the Arcane Engine. But here is also the first Essence of a Free Mind wizard other than a Slan or that I've seen.
That's weird to me. Do you like that?
No,
isn't like
I
the
don't.
number 5
Especially considering you can get
the 6 and 5 feel like good spells. I guess maybe I don't understand. You can already pick the other learn spell, number 1. You can pick.
Right. That was kind of my point.
Double.
Well, on alchemy, going towards alchemy, getting at least the
You're basically getting the buffs.
You're
getting like all you're getting is.
What am I thinking of? Is the
all you're aiming at getting the spike or the minus armor. I guess maybe Gloria Gold is good enough. I don't know. It's a lot of. It's another blocky army. Man, there's a lot of blocky armies. We'll get to the ones that have individual models, right? They're OP. They have to be.
Yeah. I mean, the demon list actually all had a lot of, or like flying units. So.
I don't have any opinions on that.
I actually kind of know stuff about High Elf, so I can pretend like I know what's going on.
A Dragon Mage on Pyro.
Yeah, I just don't know why you do Pyro. Alchemy's so much better. First, I think it's just a better lore, and second, it gives flammable to your dragon that has flaming attacks.
He doesn't take the whole Hero's Heart setup, but still, the dragon. I agree. Even with
the dragon has 7 attacks.
Big ass spear units.
Yeah,
banner. No Seaguard. Fuck Seaguard. That's fine.
Yeah, I mean, those banner units aren't bad.
Nova Flare Commander seems odd, but he's cheap. Wow. I think he would have been better with just a rerollable 1-up save, probably.
Nova Flare Commander. Yeah, I think I agree.
5 Knights.
He's on a horse, too.
Sure.
In 5 Lyman Knights? Okay, yeah, I don't know about that.
He has 3 bolt throwers. That's something, right?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't like that guy on a horse has 5 knights to go in. I don't like. I don't know if I like the sword. I think White Lions are just better. Or honestly, the what are they called? Flame Wardens now might be better in this list too. But I mean, I don't know. It's not terrible.
I'm trying to imagine. When I first looked through these lists, right when they were released, I thought more of myself and my army. But now that I'm looking at it like a general style, I'm like, okay, well, look at what we've seen, right? I'm ready to watch some games. I don't like the Pyromaster. I don't mind the rest of it. I just wish he was alchemy. I don't understand what Pyro's. I don't go.
Yeah, I mean, you already have elves are good at killing low armor save stuff. Like, I mean, what are you killing with Pyromagic that 35 elf spearmen or 25 swordmasters don't already just destroy?
And the buffs are good, yeah.
You know?
I don't know. I don't like that. All right, next one. Divmaster. We played against this in the team events. He changed it a little bit, but it was the same idea, right? He has swordmasters here. I forget what was different. He had a Phoenix. He dropped the Phoenix for the Queen's Guard, which makes it more shooty. Div magic. I mean, he doesn't have a.
This one seems fine.
Line Chiric guy's cool, I think. I don't know if I'd put Obsidian Rock on him, but.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't people just go for the Griffin probably? If they're going to cast spells. I guess he's harder to kill. I guess he's a good bit harder to kill. I don't know. Yeah, that can only be so bad.
A Div Master. Actually, the funny thing is, looking at the list we've seen, I don't actually think a Div Master so far is that good because there's no Scourges, and I know there's no Shrieking Horrors.
I think that.
So, but there are a lot of dragons in this tournament.
I mean that's just like an unlucky meta read. I mean, I think the Div Master's good. He just happened to end up against the. That just happened to not be a lot of stuff that Div's good against. But I mean, there's still good Div spells on that for this list. I mean, Starter Line is amazing on 28 Seaguard, obviously. and you always have your hereditary spell. So if nothing else, you just
Yeah,
cast
yeah,
those
it's
two
not a
spells
bad
every
move. And
turn.
there are armies where like I mean I have
Yeah.
a herald, so I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, and he is the
Yeah, no, it's not. It's just not as like
the
there's
Makar.
6
So
scourges here to like one shot off the board type thing.
yeah, yeah, that's just unlucky, though. I mean,
Habib,
that's not like.
Habib.
Eh, yeah.
So he has no BSB, but then I realized, I guess, is the fleet officer gives you minimize roll if you use his leadership. So he has 18 inches of minimized leadership 10. He can get away with.
Wait, are you sure? I've actually never seen that thing taken
before this. Look it up.
Hold on, I want to look. I thought it was only for something else. I don't know. That guy.
Assume it has to
that
be
actually
what
sounds
I said,
better than I remember.
You pay for a BSB on your fucking commander.
Fleet officer. Okay. Panic test of models with martial discipline within the model's commanding presence or rally around the flag range, if applicable, are subject to minimize roll. So he's the general, right?
Man. Oh well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you do already reroll or get minimized for everything else for being a high elf. Yeah, but yeah, just don't take break ticks, man. They're not important. Don't worry about that.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Man, he doesn't even get it on his Phoenix. That's immune to psych. Whatever. Doesn't need panic checks. All right. What do you think, Travis?
It's not bad. It has 3 bolters. I don't really get the 10-man Weaver thing, but I mean, it is like only 100 points more than 5 Weavers. But I mean, what does it really get you? It's got 2 Binding Skulls.
Where's this Queen's Companion going?
I don't get the Pyro Master again. Like, that'd be so much better on a different lore.
I like the Pyro. I don't know.
Why?
Because they make interesting decisions.
I mean, 18 Queen's Guard is a lot of good shooting. But they also die like little bitches.
Habib, don't let us down. All right. Can we just ignore Infernal Doors?
Yeah.
I have 0.
Yeah, I'm fine. Fuck them. I don't care. I have no idea what they do. They just change.
Generally, looking through them real quickly, they seem less shooty. Like, just, I mean, Lenny's list has a bunch of Toroks and some stuff, and yeah, this list has warriors, and this list has some shooting, but not as much. It might be at least more interesting to watch these guys play, but there's like none of them are running like the big thing anymore. There's only. Yeah.
I have no idea what any of that stuff does. I'll read the book. If I play them, I'll pray that I don't get paired versus Infernal Dwarfs. Yeah. Until that book actually gets anywhere near finalized, I feel like reading it's just a waste of time. Their first cut of it was just so bad. I was like,
KOE?
You lost me, guys.
No.
Yeah. You want to take the first out of this, or you want me to take it?
It is what it is, man.
So I'm really torn here. Because there's one part that I really like, which is the Pegasus Knights. I might be wrong here, but every time I read the KOE book, I'm like, man, Pegasus Knights seem great. Now, it's very possible that I'm just have what's the right name of this bias, but nostalgia bias or something like that from, the 12 years of playing Warhammer that I had in my past where Pegasus Knights were always busted. And I'm just remembering like, oh shit, Pegasus Knights were busted. 11 of them back in the day would have ruined me. So maybe 11 of them aren't that good now. But I mean, it's got that mobility, right? And that's big. And it's got Vanguard on it too, which is pretty nice. Although you probably won't go first as much with KOE, so the Vanguard's not as good. But then the rest of the list is 3 units, and it's just not, well, I guess there's the two hippos too. So the hippos go in with my Pegasus Knights is the part I like.
I mean, you're
flying mobility. But then the rest of it
and 200 points to spend.
Yeah. As I talk to it more, the part of it that I don't like is only 1,200 points, and it's all out of core. So on that front, I guess actually there's more than I like. I would have taken a BSB. Well, we talked about it, and right? I think Thomas pointed it out. The 2 banners of discipline are only like 50 points less than a BSB.
You drop all the banners of discipline, and then you just find points for a BSB. Take the fucking unicorns, like 100 points, I think.
Yeah, why does he have a unicorn in this list? You don't need it, because the whole point of the unicorn was for questing knights, so that you
Does it
can
do
keep up
something
with
else? I
them.
don't even know.
I think it gives magic. I think it gives like a
Comes
magic
with
resistance and
for
stuff.
sure.
I mean, it does. I think it gives. I think it gives
Maybe.
another, right?
I don't know. It's a lot of points, I think. I don't know.
Yo, it's like 100 points for the unicorn.
I mean, he has 3 scoring and 1 is 3 knights, so that could be an issue. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's like
Yeah,
I mean, the thing
I think
is,
the
like,
BSB
we
is the
talked about how
biggest
we don't
thing.
like grails because they're not as good after the charge, and we really like questing.
Well, I like 3
I'm
Grail
talking
Knights.
like big units of grails, and then we're talking
Yeah.
like we like questing because they're so grindy, and like nothing here is like grindy but the characters. Though I like the bash. I like the Kingslayer with the force to challenge thing. He took the force to challenge thing on the thing that can destroy weapons, I guess, is okay. I don't love Duskforge because the reroll is useless. Like, you can't use your fucking ward save on the if you reroll your armor save.
Did he take, which one did he take? Yeah, you want to take the, what am I talking about? Yeah. But it lets you get the, I mean, it's a big difference.
I don't know if it's
you get your
faith or not.
built-in 5 up
I'm just
armor.
saying that, like, yes, against 1-up saves, it's great. When you have a 2-up rerollable, it's better than 2-up, 5-up, or 2-up, 6-up. But, like, against strength 6, it's like, it doesn't do anything. But maybe that's fine. Maybe that's not a big deal. Can they both take questing? I thought there was no Grails one only. Yeah, I mean, the character was fine. I might have switched some stuff.
I mean, they're 2 flying,
I meant
like,
the items,
good characters.
But
yeah,
we'll see. I don't know how the Peg Knights will
yeah.
do. It's
Scoring's probably going to be an issue. Okay, sure.
All right. No ogres. No.
Talk about ogres. Yep. Good talk.
Mike Smith taking the list he kind of said he was going to take. 4 Boarboy units, a bunch of characters, 3 Grotling units, and 2 idols. I have 0 idea how this will do. His magic phase is extremely... He's probably going to take, what? +1... He's going to take Heirloom, +1 strength. What else can he get? What is there a fighty one? I guess you take Chilling How or Swarms, but if you're not... I mean, it's kind of weird, right? Because if you're not doing one of them... Like, they're just going to stop Swarm if you're not in combat. Is there another one?
I thought he had a Wizard Crown at some point in one of the versions, but I guess not. Maybe, well, this one doesn't have it. So, yeah, I mean, that magic phase is super weak.
I mean, when he gets to the combat, he's going to bomb his Hereditary and another one. Hereditary is really good for this army. Yeah. I mean, that's the one you have to stop.
Yeah, but, like, you play a Binding Skull, and you're like, oh, this blows.
How do you think this character will do? Maybe he'll face the 9 Tower Guard, and they can all fight each other. Well, the Tower Guard will win that, actually.
Yeah. I mean, it's just super skewy list, right? Like, I mean, there are a couple lists up there with 2 Binding Skulls, and you're like, well, you basically don't have a magic phase.
When it counts, yeah.
Versus those. For 2 turns. Yeah, the 2 most important turns, you won't have it. I mean, what does it say? It's Pharaoh or Chief Borbor spam, you know?
Show me. That's a lot of these lists. I'm just like, just show me if it's any good or not.
It'll stomp the things that it stomps, and it'll get stomped the things that it's not good against, and it's like
that's the only orc list. Damn.
50-50 split.
Already. Nice job.
You did it.
Saurians. This is the list, or the. I don't know if it's the exact list that won Buckeye. Not that Buckeye had a ton of people, but.
He has a div slan. Didn't he have a different slan? He had the Protean slan. I thought he had the Protean slan of the old one.
I don't know. Maybe Protean.
No. I mean, I like this div slan. I mean...
I don't know if you need either icon.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to complain about just that.
Yeah, whatever. 20 points? Yeah, whatever. I
like Symbiosis a lot.
I like his character setup.
I think Symbiosis
his character setup's
really
good.
In this. I actually think the Sticker Show with Mystic Traveler is really strong. You get 2 really good spells with it.
Why? Well, okay, I am going to nitpick something. Why does he take... actually, I might know why. Hold on. I was going to say, why does he take Heirloom instead of the just no-all div spell thing? But he might not have...
He probably doesn't
have
points. Because Grasp of the Immortal Is that the plus two? Is that plus two
That's what I was
cast?
gonna say.
The Graspin, you
Yeah, it's
can't
the
fit
plus the
Graspin
cast
in the
thing.
dual div one. I know that for sure.
Okay, so that's fine. Okay, that's a good reason then. Oh yeah. Oh, ancient knowledge is 85 points. Fuck yeah, you're right. Okay. Um, yeah, I do like the ancient knowledge because it basically gives you an extra +3 to cast. Because it makes the div thing work off of telepathic link, not
But I mean, it still works off a
whatever.
Stegosaur.
Yeah, I mean +1 to cast
I mean,
is
just
really good. So whatever.
casting
I'm
through
not
your damn
gonna.
Stegosaur is pretty good.
Yeah, it honestly actually the extra +1 to cast is a big jump on a lot of div spells too. It makes like unerring and boosted Fate's Judgment need 7s on the dice instead of 8, so you can feel you're really safe rolling that with 3 dice. Like that's a pretty big
No
break
stakes
point.
is obviously
Yeah.
something.
I was thinking about this more. I think 3 stakes is a
I
trap.
don't like
You know
saying
how we were
trap, but I
talking the
don't
other
think
day
Stegosaur
about
is
how like
games.
yeah. We know how we were talking the other day about how like some of the better lists like they never would do redundancy. They do one of everything. Like why
I
do you
like
need
an
3
engine.
stags?
I like
Why not
the
do like 1 stag, 2 of the 1 stag, 2 of the things that caps uses shittily,
Styro.
whatever they're called, and then like 1 of the other things. You know, like mix it up
I
so
like
that you can get 1 of
Coco's
each. And
Stegosaur, Engine, and Alpha Carnosaur. They all go well together, and they all give you like options. There's 2 Alpha
yeah.
Carnosaurs in this tournament.
Yeah, this list is definitely one that, like, on first read, you're like, eh. And then you look at it more and you're like, it's pretty good.
I mean, Alpha can do work. I don't have enough. Yeah, I don't know if it'll knock my socks off, but I mean, the next one isn't that different. It's Jeff's list because Aaron is playing Jeff's list. So we made this list was made years ago. Oh no, he changed.
This list was made when I was a wee lad.
For Caymans, one of the Cayman units, and he took a Pyromancy Evo. Is that what I'm saying?
Pyromancy? Yeah, I was just gonna say Pyro Evo.
That's a change. That's an option, I guess.
What is Train from Birth the one? Wait, I just have this open.
Is the number 1.
Train. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I wish he had a chaff, right? But maybe he doesn't.
Why would you need chaff, man? You don't need that.
I don't know how to. I don't know. I mean, you got to play it well, and
yeah, I don't get the Evo thing. I mean, I thought that Evo Slam would be good until I tried it once, and then I was like, oh, this just it just doesn't help that army. You're like,
because like you need like
oh, I need something that
changes things. Like Evo is like, all right, well, I'm strength 7, so now I have to reroll a wound.
Yeah, right. Well, it's also like you want some debuffs or buffs that like help keep your guys alive, and Evo does nothing.
All right, Burgies.
You know, I don't fucking Burgies, King Star, random crap.
I'm not good.
Woo! It's a Skink Star
thing.
thing.
A little more interesting things around it, at least. Spearvax and Pterodons. It's not.
It actually has less characters in it.
4 with a.
Actually.
It's cute.
It's actually barely a Skink Star at that point, to be honest.
Said he liked this list. He didn't say it was good. He just said it was interesting.
He said he liked it. Yeah, I like what he did with the monster section though, the 1 of each.
It's cool.
Like I definitely think that's the play.
He has Caymans. He has a little everything. His magic is what? 5 Druidism spells. I know he was excited about it when he was talking about it.
It's not 5.
The Pelican gives
like
plus
4
spell, right? He was talking like it was 5.
Yeah, I think it's 4. The Pelican gives 1, and then he has Heirloom for 4, right?
I don't know. He was acting like it was 5 spells. Maybe it was a different list.
Oh, the Stygiasaur has Mystic Traveler. Yeah, that's fine, Matty Face. Pretty efficient, points-wise, too.
The upgrade is nice. Moving.
Yeah, it's definitely one that I like disrespected until I've seen people play it recently. I'm like, oh, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Anything, comments on Sylvanos?
Let's see. Shamanism Master with. Okay, that's an aggressive wizard build with Hero's Heart on your just naked. I guess not. I guess you have a 5-up ward wizard. That's real aggressive. Okay.
Joe plays like a fucking man. You don't fucking.
Yeah.
Ambushing Heath Riders.
Is that guy on foot?
Duh.
Okay.
But he has shamanism, bro.
Okay.
5 up to wound. 5 to wound him.
Yeah, I think I'm missing something, Alex. Tell me what I'm missing.
You're missing. You got everything in front of you. I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna move on. Same list that Matt Lau's been playing with all the events.
I mean, it's got nice variety at least. Other than that,
This is the same shit we've seen. It's proved to be solid. In the team.
Yeah, he's done pretty well.
I don't know if there's much to say about it. I think it's people underrated a lot.
Yeah, I think people sleep on it, and then they see it on the board and they're like, oh crap, this is bad.
Undying Dynasties. 2 of them.
Oh my god, this list is formatted wrong. My eyes.
6 Scarab Swarms, 1 Sphinx, Shabti Archers.
He's a Pharaoh on a Shaw Guardian.
Well,
Okay.
Casket. Div Master. It's so hard to read this.
God, my eyes hurt.
List. Next one. Taggart's playing it. Taggart's going to show fucking Phil how to play UD.
Let's see. He's got the Pharaoh with Death Mask. Okay, so this is similar to that UD list that I played once, and that I played against with Ivan. He's got the big skeleton unit. He actually went a little bit harder. He put a Pharaoh in the unit instead of just the Nomarch. It's more points, but he does actually. I mean, he gets 2 more attacks with a great weapon.
No, he dropped 1 down. He's an adapt.
Yeah, he dropped 1 down. He doesn't have. No, he's the. He doesn't have the Architect. He's a Tomb Harbinger instead of an Architect. I don't like that.
It's a fighty character, bro. Oh, is that the one? Because he doesn't have a Nomarch. Doesn't that the Tomb Harbinger gives that unit something though? Good. I think
the Harbinger.
To the unit.
No, well, hold on, I'm gonna look it up. But from what I remember, the Harbinger just like helps the Pharaoh, like it like protects him or some bullshit. Harbinger, Tomb Harbinger. Model parts without harnessed in the bear's unit gain battle focus. Okay, that's actually a decent thing for that big spear unit. And then this model counts as rank and file for the purposes of Undying Will. If he's in the same unit as a Pharaoh or Nomarch, unless another model does so first, he has to challenge, and he has to.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to go into the details of every little thing.
Just kind of random.
But it's a big fighty block with some stuff.
I think it's overkill. Would be my biggest thing. Is I think just compared to.
Weird because
so he's got a
horde. You waste it if you go horde, but I guess it's not that weird.
Yeah. I just think the unit with just the Nomarch will fight like 90% as well for
it's kind of like that idea we've talked about
like 500 less points
before, where it's like, at what point do people just stop fighting you, right? At what point do people just go, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna ignore this 1,000 some point unit and kill everything else?
Yeah. I mean, this unit is definitely more fighty than the version of with just the Nomarch in it. But you're paying like 500 more points.
Say, forget it.
Right. It's not that much better. The only real difference is it has 4 strength 7 attacks with the Godslay.
Armor, right? Versus wards.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know that. What's going into that many lethal strike attacks anyway? That's like.
It's the Nomarch that gives lethal, right?
The Pharaoh gives it. The Nomarch and the Pharaoh both do it.
I thought he was a bigger Harbinger. All right, I don't know the characters very well.
No, the Pharaoh is the.
There you go.
Is the bigger Nomarch.
Right. I like
hold on, let me finish what I'm saying though. Which now I forgot. Oh yeah, you get that and you get battle focus. I mean, you already have so many attacks though. Like, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it is worth it because there's a lot of attacks getting battle focus, but like it's just how much. We also lose your 5-off regen on one of your Cataphract units. So.
Vampires.
Look at Jeremy Switzerland here. This big dick energy. Big dick energy. Holy balls.
It would be probably in my top 5 of scariest lists if it wasn't piloted by Jeremy. I know.
Wow. Wow. Harsh, Alex. I mean, there's some BDE here for sure. I actually rescinded my challenge on him because after looking at this, I'm like, okay, this is kind of not. You're gonna have a really bad time versus demon, so we'll just leave it to chance on who I play. I'll play Jeremy for fun some other time, but considering your race and Shrieking Horrors are both like nearly dead in the water versus me, we'll keep it easy.
We'll see how he does. I mean, it's a
But
1,300-point vampire, so.
yeah, well, he's also got some big dick energy on that vampire and another witchcraft.
But he's the only Shrieking Horrors in the tournament because when you go down to James Smith, James is running Varclox. There's 3 people are running Lamia in this one, which you don't see like ever before this, yet now everyone's running it. So
it's always funny to me, like, I don't have any reason to believe that that's not just
It
random
is.
chance. I mean, I'm like looking at the people that did it.
I'm with you.
None of them really talk
I'm
to each other.
100%
I
with
mean,
you.
a lot. Like,
It's just like
Mint and Jeremy will talk, but I don't think they talk about vampire lists.
Oh,
Jeremy just
yeah.
kind of plays whatever shit he wants, where Mint is much more try hard.
Zombie Dragon.
Not that that's a bad thing. Not that that's a bad thing. Try harding is good, but yeah, it's just kind of a weird coincidence. So yeah, James Smith's list got a zombie dragon and another vampire on a skeletal Steve's not the one that flies. So
It's a Baronite bus, a little bit dragon. I mean, it's aggressive, man. And he has a nice that skelly unit with the cherry thing.
I mean, he has the Court of the Damned in there too.
Thomas would be proud.
Yeah.
His magic's weak. That's probably the biggest thing. Adept alchemy, adept witchcraft. Adept witchcraft is not exactly the.
Is double adept witchcraft?
On both of them because he needs to heal. So he's basically going to be like heal one spell from all the other lores. Maybe 2 heals, but I think you got to take them. So it's for heals. It's not the strongest magic phase in the world. All right.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what Mintz did. Mintz took. Holy fuck! That's a 1,000-point vampire just on a horse.
I mean, the one he used to run was like 900, but yeah, this one's an interesting one.
I mean, he's a pretty good fighter, and he's a master wizard.
467.
He flies. Eternity Gem. I mean, I remember looking at lists that like had Eternity Gem characters on horses and nowhere to go, and like he's dead. I'm like, it's really hard to actually kill that guy. Yeah, I think that's fine. He's not. He's pretty safe.
Another one's on foot. I guess it goes in the skeletons with the Court of the Damned.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Court of the Damned a lot too. It's got a.
I don't know. Do you like it?
Yeah, it seems fine. I don't know. I don't know enough about the Lamia bloodline, but it's interesting.
Josh Stewart. Vampires.
He has no vampires, period.
No, well, same statement.
So he's one. So he's that necromancer dying away from. I guess actually a lot of things don't crumble now that I look at it. Not a lot of things don't crumble, but some of the more important things don't crumble.
Right.
Well, right. I'm just saying, like, he doesn't have a backup caster or anything.
Double knights, double coach. It's a lot of little strong things. A big knight bus. Not a bus, but a knight.
I mean, the double vampire knights.
Go in the knight unit? I don't know if that. Ethereal, I don't know if it has the same rules restrictions it had before. No, because Banshees can go in units. So yeah, it can go in there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean, I guess it does have a lot of single mods. This list has a lot more mobility than a lot of the others we were talking about earlier. The 2 coaches, the 2 Varkalox. It's unique.
Yeah. Interesting. I'm glad there's no double Shrieking Horror.
There is a double Shrieking Horror. You just completely disrespect the person playing it. Yeah. You just don't count it because you don't count Jeremy. All right. Holy shit. You see this model that Chris just posted?
I'm streaming my screen, so I don't look at things. So,
okay.
Vermin Swarm.
Well, it looks cool. Fuck Vermin Swarms, right? Just for Thomas. All right.
All right. Back. Vermin Swarms. Fuck
Vermin Swarms. Yeah. Fuck vermin swarms, right, Thomas?
How do you say that?
I think it's Jorge.
Whatever. Machinist,
Yeah.
Plague Priest Apprentice, another Pendulum. I wish he took one armor item. Like, just take something to give you the +1 armor on such a big. I keep
Oh
this the
yeah.
same thing. I don't understand. It's
Yeah.
15 points for Alchemist Alloy. Like, I know it drops your offense.
Yeah, and it's
Jesus,
so.
you have Hatred the first round. You get Battle Focus. Like,
Yeah, and it's also like a model that needs to stay alive, and it is hard to kill, and it's a pretty big break point because right, it gets it to
yeah,
2+,
3+,
right?
right? I don't remember.
Either one of those is big break
Titanic
points, right?
Repeat. Assassin, I've kind of appreciated a little bit more because the guy is only strength 4, even though he's AP 4, so it's basically +2 to wound. A master on Thawm with Second Awakening, but a light armor Destiny Call.
Yeah, I definitely think that Destiny Call would be way more useful as upgrades on the Plague Patriarch.
Maybe Heirloom or something.
Yeah, a lot of. Yeah,
he has
yeah,
no other spells.
I agree.
It just has the 4. I don't. It goes that whole thing is like, where's your character gonna go? Like, when would you want your master general fucking guy in the front lines anyway? Like, if he's getting it.
Yeah. Well, when is the 4+ ward the difference?
Maybe he lives another turn, but I agree. It's one like it's.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Why are you going in the front? I don't understand the Rending Banner on the Plague Brotherhood. Doesn't work on the character in their AP1. That seems. I don't know about that.
I mean, it's core points. It's only so bad.
This Swarm
but, yeah.
is extra rank, so I guess he fights in one more rank. Okay. Four Giselles, Dreadmill, Swarms. I don't know. It's actually. I don't find it just too terrifying of a list to play against. Does he not have a BSB?
He does
Is this
not.
a no BSB, no divination?
Yeah, that's what the fuck.
What?
Yeah, I mean, you could fit one for the Skaven BSBs
Right?
are not expensive either.
We're seeing this right?
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing there's not a model in here that can take a battle standard. I don't think. Right? The Plague Pate.
We're just gonna scroll down the keys list.
Who is this Kaban dude?
So he does the same thing with his guy.
Yeah, well, let's look at. I mean, he might also like points are probably tighter that he couldn't fit it.
Yeah, that's true.
But
he is
like he doesn't have a Destiny's Call somewhere that you could easily turn into it.
Yeah, because you could tell he had.
You basically have to drop Heirloom.
Regen on his hero too. He used to take regen. Now
to go to Talisman of Shielding.
I guess that's still 85 compared to 100, but.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd still want it, but yeah, I mean, there's at least a tight reason.
So, Fighty Red Arm Block, a Fighty Plague Brotherhood, Vermin Guard probably have the character, the mages, I'd assume. You got to put him somewhere. I don't think you can afford to put him in the Red Arms anymore because he doesn't have the
war platform thing.
Grinder.
The grinder dude.
I mean, he went for more fighting, double A-bomb, double fighting block, and not as much shooting.
And a Patriarch. Yeah.
I'm curious how the Magic does.
Yeah, I mean, Keith's been talking about running this triple add-up for a while. I mean, it's sure you lose out on the nice 5/6 spells and the +1, but you do get 3 different lures now, which is a nice. I guess you do get the 5/6 spells on occultism too.
I guess he's dropping the adept on the occultism or heirloom to get the armor. I mean, you still have 6 good spells, but maybe that's.
Yeah, you mean just make him an apprentice on occultism?
But I guess maybe there are good occultism spells.
There's 2 good occultism spells. Yeah.
You could drop. I don't know what his points are in characters, but I guess if I was gonna drop something to get the extra save on that guy, it would probably be like heirloom to get just 6 spells. But I can understand it. You have Thawm has really good spells too.
I think he has the character allowance points, so I think just eyeballing it. I mean, yeah, I think I dropped heirloom for the arm. That's not like.
That seems fine. I mean, it's not that different than what he's been.
That's
taking,
not
right?
no BSB. So
for the second mage. I mean, he dropped a. What did he drop for
Yeah,
that plague
back to
bomb?
2A bombs too.
Meat grinder, cannon. He dropped some other heroes.
I think he only had 1A bomb
He had
before too, right?
I think he did have two. He definitely had two. He had. I
Okay.
have no idea what dropped. I can't.
I don't know. Skaven points. I just like. How do you fit all this shit in your busted ass list? And then Thomas just tells me it's because they're busted.
Chris
I'm like,
Hines,
okay.
Vermin Demon.
Vermin Demon, Monster Rat, Tyrant.
Yeah, he's going for that. He's
Witchcraft.
Going for that, it looks like he's going for that wheel turn bullshit on your 49.
But he didn't do it right. But he didn't take the damn Arcane Mastery. Why would you take Obsidian Rock on that? It said Arcane Mastery and the Dark Shards. Do you have to buy all 3 Dark Shards, or can you get like just 1 or 2? But you have to buy all 3 is what I'm asking. Yeah, I mean, I think that's a decent, pretty good combo. It's a little gimmicky, but
items, like which weapon has the hero's heart. Obviously, it's the tail weapons, but like 6 people did that. I've seen, but anyway.
Yeah, you do have to buy all 3 Dark Shards, so okay. But
I hate
yeah, why won't you go Arcane Power?
It's so annoying.
He does it just to annoy you.
3 Plague Disciple units, 3 Globe Launchers, lots of Toxic. I don't know. Is it any good? Will it be any good? He has double bang.
Doesn't really have like any. Bro. Doesn't have much shooting, right? Pretty fighty. It's like all fighty, right?
Other than Giselles and Globe.
Other than the Giselles. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm offended by the lack
Listen,
+2 to cast
I don't
on
see
that.
Doom Wheels and I get happy, so I'll take it.
Yeah, well, of course you get happy. I guess I get happy too. I don't want to see Doom
Warriors,
Wheels.
guys.
So.
Get into the meat and potatoes. There's only 5.
We'll almost have the greatest list in the tournament too. Second to last.
Greatest list in the tournament.
Yeah. It's the greatest list ever.
Yeah, okay. This guy's just.
Feldrake Ancestor. That is some big dick energy.
Yeah,
with the.
Triple Feldrakes.
With a.
4 Feldrakes.
Oh, that's a cheap
total,
upgrade. Never mind.
With the big ass block, and then 2 warrior blocks, and then 2 player units. I mean, you don't get any more. Just good old honest Warhammer. And then.
Yeah. This guy went for the strong play of putting his weapon enchantment on his hand weapon instead of his paired weapon.
It's a fine list. I mean, what do you want me to say? What do you want me to say?
It's blocky. This is an America list if I've ever seen one. 3 giant units, an 800-point monster.
Yeah. It has some. Yeah, I don't know what. I can only talk so much because I have similar stuff, but I don't have like. I have Herald. It's a little more interesting, I guess, but.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but there's like 2,000 points worth of giant block units in here.
The Feldrax.
It's good though. I mean, those things fight well. Although I would have definitely made those units greed.
It's a lot more points.
Yeah.
Points.
Yeah, but it's also like you also don't just auto lose to a 1-up safe guy that charges them.
You have a lot of things. I don't know if that's my sticky point. The fact that he's 100 points, 200 points over core is a little interesting to me. Like I don't know why you take the 2 banners. Anyway, I'm not gonna dwell on that too much. It's America, right? Look at that. I don't even know if he's American. He probably is.
Benjamin Keller sounds pretty American. Could be Canadian.
So I think he's one of them. Chris, I like this guy. I met him at Masters, and
this is the guy whose name is straight out of that. Yeah, I know, but it's from that
Anchorman. No,
the video game thing. Oh, you know the video game thing that we were talking about the other day. Keith.
I saw him play this list. It has some.
Chimera Lord.
Chimera Lord, Herald. I like the Lust Warriors and the Pride. I might have switched that up because I think I can see why, but Pride is really nice. I like it the other way.
10 chosen. Oof, that's a lot of points.
It's a little. I don't know if I love the standard of discipline.
That's a lot of points.
You're paying 50 points for that for a rerollable check on 3 guys.
Yeah. I kind of infinite the
Yeah, so his
Hellfire
magic
one.
is just a herald and one icon infinite. It's just a little lackluster in that aspect, but it's not a bad
Yeah,
list.
it's
It's
pretty
has some.
lackluster.
I would do some cleanup for it. Maybe it kind of has this weird like mix of speed and super slow. It's like Herald, Chosen Lord,
Yeah,
Eldra, and then it's like 1,000 point Chosen Block. But I mean that unit's
yeah,
not
it's gonna
easy to
come in
kill. I
waves,
mean I
right?
actually think this list in this environment will do some
No,
work.
it's
It has to be, yeah. It's not the worst list. I like it. I like pieces of it. Some things I would change, but I think it has some cool things to it.
all right. What do you think of this next list? Oh shit, it's not yours yet.
Man.
Damn it. What do you got this next list?
I mean, he
Right?
has a burning important dragon, so I mean that's something. Man, why does that dragon feel cheap? I took one before, and it didn't feel that cheap. I guess I took Envy.
Because yours was a
I
wizard.
took one a long time ago, but I mean, he is a important dragon, a herald, and
Oh
an
yeah.
alchemy
Okay.
adept. I mean, I kind of like his hero setup. I'm not gonna lie. Considering my important, 300 more points. I mean, the dragon. I always think the dragon is like this big upgrade, but there's a lot of like good and bad downsides to dragons, obviously, because they can get shot and matched off the damn board. No, I mean, it's a dragon, a herald, another. I don't like. I don't like that he took not only Wasteland Torch, which I guess Strider Runes is fine, but he didn't take a musician. And of all the upgrades,
Wow, all the upgrades, yeah.
take the musician at least.
He took a champ. He took a champ, a standard, a
He
wasteland
took
torch,
bow
but not.
and a Veilgate Orb. It's still not enough points. I would have dropped something. I would have. He should drop the
Yeah,
paired weapons.
you gotta make that.
He should drop paired weapons, bows, and the Veilgate Orb for that damn musician at the very least. I mean, his core is also over points by.
Where are the paired
the
weapons
mage,
you wanted
maybe?
out? Oh, okay.
I don't know why the mage is on a horse, either. To be honest with you,
I mean, I see no strong
I
reason.
don't. Yeah, I mean, maybe you have a nice. He didn't even take plate armor. What the fuck? Why? At least make him a one-up save to block things. Put him on foot. Put him on a.
Yeah, you gotta prioritize the paired
I don't
weapons,
understand
man.
that.
It's really
I
more
would just
important
put
than
him on
anything.
foot. But I guess where do you put him at that point?
In the warrior unit.
I don't understand that.
Wait, Envy. Envy's the one. Okay, yeah, that's the real ones. I forgot that
Existed? Yeah, Swift Stride
option
too.
existed. It
Swift
was
Stride
so
Hero,
popular
that unit's
before,
not
and now
actually,
it's like,
that unit's pretty legit. I don't hate
yeah,
his list.
yeah, no, it is. I just forgot that thing existed because it had been so long.
Yeah,
It was so.
I don't understand. He has a pretty good magic, a little better than mine. Two extra channels in a spell. We'll see how the dragon does.
Can't believe no one went double exalted herald. Nobody had the balls to. Manfroni is upset
Is he?
at you for not going double herald.
I still have the team event.
Yeah. Do you even call yourself
We'll go to
Italian?
actually the last list, and then we'll do mine last.
Oh
So
my
Dave
god.
Fall,
Okay, fine.
he's running a dragon again.
Like Wasteland
his weapon
Dragon.
should be the Kingslayer. Should be the paired weapons. But he went all in on his dragon. He's like, I'm going Idol of Spite. I'm going Envy. I'm re-rolling ones.
Oh shit, 2 wasteland
He has
behemoths
no
too.
magic at all.
That
He
is
has
accurate.
no magic. His double binding scroll. His scoring is pretty garbage. Like he's like, I have to kill you, or I'm going to lose this game. Because 15 barbarians ain't doing anything. I mean, they're sitting in the back. It's a weird like combination of wretched ones and the Chiefs. It's pretty interesting, I guess, but I don't know. If you can handle like the Chiefs, then I think you can kind of handle a lot of this stuff. I mean, that's
Yeah, I mean it is 3 big monsters
yeah,
coming at
a lot
you.
of our lists are. If you look at like mine and everybody else's, it's like what flavor of monsters you have coming.
Wretched ones are kind of a pretty good unit. Does he have the
No.
thing to let them reroll?
They might fall behind as I guess my worry, but
I mean they will.
I don't
Yeah.
know. And Dave likes this kind of random crap too, so
Wretched ones are an interesting unit. I've disrespected them before, and
I don't like no magic, but hey, it has big monsters. I mean, it's different flavors. I mean, look, there's a lot of flavors in this tournament.
you started a trend, dude. Everyone's like, I want to be like Seagram.
Let's go to my list.
He's
We'll go to my list.
Oh my God, look at this. You know what? I need to sit back because
Oh,
the
it's so
greatness is
good.
blasting off
I
my screen.
actually,
Other than the fact that it only has one herald, which is
yeah.
basically
Well,
total
it's
bitch
not much
assness,
different
but
from my other list. I just took a port in again.
yeah, but counterpoint,
I
you
could
could
have
have
put
had
two
two
heralds.
heralds, and then Manfroni
I'm surprised more
Manfroni would
people
have thought
don't
you
do
were
the
cool.
chariot mage. I actually,
Wait, you don't have skinning
never mind.
lasses
Fuck
on your
that.
players in this one?
I didn't have
What
Warhounds
the
on
fuck? Oh my God, why not just do Warhounds at that point?
because I can conga and stuff easier. I mean, fuck this game. I don't know. I
Right.
like my list. When I first read through all the lists, I was like, oh yeah, I don't mind having the port in this fucking environment. But I don't know. I mean, I have nothing to say other than my list is
Yeah,
fine.
because you saw my list and were like, oh, huh, this will be pretty
All the
good versus
flies,
fucking 12
no
flies.
mirrored scales I have to worry about in these lists. I can beat the other warrior lists. I don't know. My list should be fine. Not as many cannons as I thought.
Do you have a wood save on that guy?
Snipes are good versus him. That's the only worry I have. I'll just have to run in front of something. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to talk about my own list too much. If you want to talk about my list, go to my videos. I talk about it for an hour.
I'll talk about how great it is.
It's a
It's
good
just the
list.
greatest
Yeah,
thing
what
ever.
can I say?
It's a lot of greatness. I mean, it'd be a lot greater if you had two Exalted Heralds,
Yeah.
but, you know,
But yeah,
I
that's the
get it.
tournament. That's everybody, man.
You're a pussy.
I don't know. It's America. Like I read through a lot of these lists and I was like, all right, I don't know what you were thinking, but I like it. Well, for myself at least.
How many lists don't have BSBs? How many, like
There was
armies?
only like
I'm not going to
3
count
that
demons.
kind
I'm
of
not
stood
count
out to me.
warriors.
It was or 4. It was Jorge's,
There was a good bit.
Jeremy G's didn't have one, Doug Lamb didn't have one, and Habib didn't have one.
Habib.
There was the 4 that were like,
I mean, that's 4 out of like 33, because I'm going to discount the demons and the
yeah,
warriors.
true. Yeah.
Because they don't
I mean,
really.
there's a
Well,
lot
warriors
of
can,
I mean,
and demons
talk about
don't.
even less than that. I mean, Undying Dynasties don't always take them, and VC don't really need them either. Like, it's very shocking to see those lists because not have one because it felt like they could have fit it, right?
Yeah, you're talking like close to like 20% of lists that in my opinion, should have taken one that didn't.
Who's gonna win the tournament, Travis?
Obviously, me.
You're one of the better lists, I think. I think the flies will be good in this environment. Lots of big monsters for you to reroll against. Lots of things with.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? Like shocked me after like going back to demons for a bit and reading the book again the other day. Oh, look, most AP in the game, right? No, I was looking at the gifts on flies and I'm like, wow, Unhinging Jaw is the cheapest one. It's also very clearly the best one.
Yeah,
which I don't like. Why? It's so much better than all the other ones,
like
and it's the cheapest one.
Obviously, I like my own list.
You like my succubi change, right? Instead of all lemmers.
I like one of the two.
I know you were the one pushing for it.
What other list do I like that isn't one of us? Oh Jesus, this is actually not fun to do. Ooh, like
to look through. I liked Andrew's Sauron list. Yeah. I think it's good. A Div Slan with +2 to cast and Alpha Connoisseur is going to fuck some people.
I have no idea.
Maybe a dwarf list that everyone runs into and dies. Could happen, man.
I honestly have zero idea. All these lists are so random. It seems like not like so random, like oh my god they suck, but like not something. I don't know.
Let me look through here.
Because I also know who a lot of the people are, right? So it's like it's very hard to pick somebody who you're like, I like your list, but I know you're not going to play it well enough to win.
Yeah, we'll see how Mintz does. I mean, he's got a different list he's been playing. Probably a better list for singles too, I would say.
Okay, we'll do one more thing.
Yeah,
I don't want this video to go on any longer. If you could watch one player play all 5 of their games, who would you want to watch, just for whatever reason?
You mean like just watch it in UB, or like
you could say,
be there with them?
This player's always going to play when I can watch them. Who would you want to watch?
Well, there's no trolls, so listening to his voice is
Could
not
be
an
just for the
option.
list too. It doesn't have to be for the.
Yeah. Well, hold on. You got to let me think if you want to go. Let's see. Probably not any Warriors. Definitely not any Vermin Swarms.
I'll pick mine first. I think I'd pick Mike Smith.
No,
I will just
no,
because I
don't.
just
That was just
because I
such
just
a
but I
gimmick.
don't know if it'll work. I have like really big doubts about it. So
I mean, even if it works in an American only UB tournament, like
oh no, I'm
I
never
don't
gonna
think
say
that
that
proves
this is like
anything.
ready for the prime of the world. But I'm just curious. Like
I mean, it's at least unique. I might say Jeremy because I do like the Peg Knights and the flying, and see if the flying can get
so I hear.
like
So
the.
what I'm
I
hearing
mean,
is
that's
you're
a lot
picking
of
him
points
over
in flyers.
low pressure Jeremy.
Definitely not.
The battle of no BSBs for the first game. So you cut out. I can't hear you anymore. We're gonna just end it there because I'm not gonna worry about troubleshooting this. Thanks for listening, guys.